Many consider Terence Crawford unbeatable, but when it comes to facing Canelo Alvarez, the experts aren't as convinced. In fact, many believe Crawford is stepping into a fight he simply can't win. Sean Porter, who has shared the ring with top fighters, knows the challenges of elite competition. In discussing Crawford's chances against Canelo, he has serious concerns. Canelo is a proven champion with size, power, and experience at higher weight classes, making this a daunting challenge for Crawford. While Crawford is undeniably skilled, moving up to face a fighter of Canelo's caliber is a different test altogether. Some believe Crawford's speed and technical ability could give him an edge, but others argue that the physicality and strength of Canelo will be too much to handle. The debate continues, but one thing is clear: if Crawford takes on Canelo, he'll be facing the toughest fight of his career.
The others say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo: he's going to slow down. So I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam.
ERS breakdown highlights a crucial factor: size and power. Canelo's punches aren't just heavy, they're fight-altering. His strength has proven to be a game-changer against top opponents, making him a dangerous challenge for anyone stepping into the ring. While skill and strategy play a role, the sheer force behind Canelo's shots can wear down even the toughest fighters. His ability to deliver fight-changing blows gives him a significant edge, especially against a smaller opponent like Crawford. This factor alone raises serious doubts about whether Crawford can withstand Canelo's power over an entire fight. Terence Crawford struggles to handle Canelo Alvarez's early pressure. Surviving all 12 rounds becomes an almost impossible task. Canelo is known for his relentless power and calculated aggression, and his strategy will likely focus on overwhelming Crawford before fatigue sets in. That makes the challenge even more daunting. Edgar Berlanga, who has faced some of boxing's hardest hitters, understands the impact of elite power. His insight carries weight, and when asked about a potential Canelo versus Crawford fight, his reasoning for favoring the Mexican superstar was both simple and revealing. Berlanga recognizes that Canelo's strength, size, and experience at higher weight classes create a major disadvantage for Crawford. While Crawford is an exceptional talent, moving up to take on a physically dominant fighter like Canelo is a massive risk. With Canelo's fight-changing power, many believe this matchup would be Crawford's toughest challenge yet, and possibly an unwinnable one.
What do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that anything can happen in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that his weight.
Berlanga's point highlights a key concern for Terence Crawford: size and physicality. Canelo Alvarez is naturally built for higher weight classes, giving him a significant edge in power and presence inside the ring. His punches hit harder, and his ability to wear down opponents with relentless aggression makes him a dangerous challenge for anyone. As Crawford moves up in weight, he enters uncharted territory against a fighter who specializes in breaking down his opponents. The size difference alone raises doubts about whether Crawford can withstand Canelo's pressure over 12 rounds. Respected coach Joel Diaz, who has trained world champions and analyzed top-level matchups, doesn't hold back when discussing this fight. He questions the narrative being sold to fans, making it clear where he stands. Diaz believes the gap in size and power is too much for Crawford to overcome, casting serious doubt on the idea that he can take down Canelo.
Want to give Crawford millions of dollars? Great, but don't try to come and try to fool me, telling me that Crawford can beat Canelo. There is no way. There is no way that Crawford can beat Canelo.
Joel Diaz's skepticism isn't just about hype, it's about reality. Canelo Alvarez is a seasoned fighter who has spent years battling naturally bigger and stronger opponents. His experience, power, and durability make him a dangerous challenge for anyone, especially a fighter moving up in weight like Terence Crawford. While Crawford is supremely skilled, he faces a monumental challenge against Canelo. The physical gap between them, combined with Canelo's fight IQ and experience at higher weight classes, makes Diaz's stance clear: this is a battle Crawford may simply not survive. Adding to the conversation, Eddie Hearn, one of boxing's top promoters, looks at the fight from a business perspective. While many experts believe Canelo would dominate Crawford, Hearn suggests that Canelo may not even be motivated to take the fight. His reasoning is simple but telling: Canelo has bigger challenges ahead, and fighting Crawford may not bring the reward he's looking for.
I don't think it's a fight Canelo really wants, if I'm honest, because I think he feels like he won't get a lot of credit beating a light middleweight.
Hearn's point highlights the reality of boxing expectations. Even if Canelo Alvarez dominates Terence Crawford, critics may downplay the victory, claiming Crawford was simply too small to compete at that level. This puts Canelo in a no-win situation. If he wins, it's expected, and if he struggles, it raises doubts. Canelo himself seems to share this sentiment. He understands that taking on a naturally smaller opponent might not earn him the credit he deserves. With bigger challenges available in his division, he may see little reason to take a fight where victory brings more criticism than praise.
How do you feel about that?
You know, everybody wants to fight me. Everybody calling me out and everything. And you know, like I say, I have nothing to win with Crawford. 2-3 ways plus less than.
That doesn't change the fact that if the fight happens, Canelo Alvarez will bring his full arsenal, looking to dominate from the opening bell. For Terence Crawford, this means more than just facing a size disadvantage. It's about proving he belongs in the ring with a seasoned powerhouse like Canelo. Teofimo Lopez, known for his bold takes and sharp boxing IQ, didn't hold back when analyzing how this fight would play out. He believes Canelo's sheer physicality and experience at higher weight classes would be the deciding factors. Lopez sees Canelo's power and relentless pressure as game changers, making it extremely difficult for Crawford to control the fight. While Crawford's skill and adaptability are undeniable, stepping up against an elite champion with Canelo's strength is a different challenge altogether. Many experts agree Crawford may be biting off more than he can chew against a fighter built to dominate bigger, stronger opponents.
Decision or stoppage if they fight in May, Canelo and Crawford?
Decision or...
And why does Canelo beat him, before you get out of here?
Listen, we can have the skills and everything, but jumping that much like that, jumping like that much, getting hit, I don't think Crawford's ever fought a fighter that hit him directly, just straight, constantly in the arms. And it's not because they can't, they don't think that way.
Appreciate you.
Remember, this man's been pro since what, 14?
15.
Right? 15. Yeah. Doesn't make a big difference.
Lopez highlights a key factor: Crawford has never truly faced a fighter who applies relentless pressure while delivering punishing shots, even when they're not aimed at the head. Canelo's style is built on breaking opponents down over time, targeting the body and wearing them out before going for the finish. His ability to sustain pressure and land heavy shots could put Crawford in a situation he's never experienced. While Crawford is highly skilled, dealing with Canelo's power, strategy, and physicality is a different challenge. Lopez believes this relentless approach could be the biggest obstacle Crawford has ever faced. With Canelo's years of elite experience and devastating power, Lopez suggests that Crawford's defensive sharpness could be pushed to its breaking point. The constant pressure, combined with Canelo's ability to land punishing shots, might overwhelm Crawford in ways he's never faced before. But Teofimo didn't stop there. He took it a step further with a bold prediction. He believes that Canelo won't just win but will systematically break Crawford down, making it nearly impossible for him to survive 12 rounds. In Lopez's eyes, Crawford is stepping into a fight that could end in a brutal, one-sided defeat. Lopez's statement is bold, but he firmly believes Canelo's power and experience will be too much for Crawford to handle. The size, strength, and relentless pressure Canelo brings could make this an uphill battle. Crawford may not be able to win. Danny Garcia, a former world champion known for his keen eye on tough matchups, also weighed in on the discussion. He issued a strong caution to Terence Crawford about stepping into the ring with Canelo. Garcia understands the risks and knows that moving up to face a powerhouse like Canelo could be the most dangerous challenge of Crawford's career.
What round does Crawford get knocked out? I'm gonna put 8. Let's put it on the universe. So I'm gonna put it on 8. 8. And if it goes the other way, I 8. You know, I 8. So yeah, Ryan, Joe, and Eddie Reynoso also. That'll be cool, man. We all get work. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have our own underground boxing, me and Ryan, before we fight.
Danny Garcia's warning underscores a harsh reality. Canelo Alvarez's dominance at 168 pounds is a massive challenge for any fighter, even one as skilled as Terence Crawford. While the fight could be a legacy-defining moment, the physical gap between them may simply be too much to overcome. Keith Thurman, a former champion and one of boxing's sharpest minds, understands exactly what it takes to win a high-stakes fight. However, when analyzing Canelo versus Crawford, Thurman's concerns go beyond just the fight itself. He believes that for Crawford to have a real chance, everything will need to fall perfectly into place, from strategy to conditioning. Every aspect of Crawford's performance must be flawless. Against a bigger, stronger, and more experienced Canelo, even the slightest mistake could spell disaster. While Crawford's skills are undeniable, Thurman sees this as a fight where every factor must align for him to pull off an upset.
You know, at the end of the day, they're two great pound fighters, and if they feel like, you know, it makes sense and they want to fight each other, stylistically, it's a great fight. But, you know, Canelo, he's a big dude, and I think it'd be hard for anyone to beat him at 168. But, you know, it's definitely a big money fight, and that's why we're all in boxing, you know, to make the biggest fight.
Keith Thurman vividly illustrates just how difficult this fight would be for Terence Crawford. Skill alone won't be enough. Crawford will need to push himself to the absolute limit, both physically and mentally. Yet, even with flawless preparation, the overwhelming size, power, and experience of Canelo Alvarez make this challenge seem nearly impossible to overcome. Canelo's relentless pressure and pinpoint accuracy could be the deciding factors between Crawford achieving a historic victory or facing a brutal reality check. Every advantage appears to lean in Canelo's favor, making Crawford's path to victory an uphill battle from the start. Roy Jones Jr., a boxing legend, offers another key perspective. While many focus on Canelo's weight advantage, Jones emphasizes something even more critical: Canelo's fight strategy. According to Jones, it's not just about size, it's about how Canelo dictates the tempo, controls the ring, and takes charge from the opening bell. This ability to impose his will makes him an even greater threat to Crawford, who will have to find a way to disrupt Canelo's rhythm to have any chance of success.
I don't want to say it's impossible for my boy Crawford, but it's one of those things where if he really wants to win against Canelo, he's going to need to do everything. You know, you're going to need to run uphill. You're going to need to train in high altitude. You're going to need to do every little thing that gives you that, you know, athletic edge. And lots of pre-fight meditating. You know, you got to see victory before the victory manifests.
Roy Jones Jr. is clear: Canelo Alvarez's approach will dictate the outcome of this fight. If Canelo sticks to his strengths, applying relentless pressure and using his power, Crawford could be overwhelmed. However, if Canelo gets too fancy or overthinks his strategy, Crawford's slick skills and adaptability might give him an opening. The real question is whether Canelo will stay disciplined or if Crawford's sharp counterpunching will force him into unfamiliar territory. A single mistake could shift the momentum, making this an intriguing matchup despite the physical disadvantage for Crawford. Chino Rivas, a seasoned trainer who understands both the financial and physical stakes, doesn't mince words about this potential fight. He knows what's on the line and has a clear message for Crawford. Stepping into the ring with Canelo at 168 is a massive risk. For Crawford, this isn't just another fight, it's a test of whether skill alone can defy size and power.
Weight won't be the factor will be how Canelo chooses to make the fight. Canelo comes out there what Canelo should do, Canelo wins the fight. Canelo comes out and does what he shouldn't do, Crawford wins.
Rivas' warning emphasizes the immense challenge Crawford would face against Canelo at 168. This fight isn't just about money, it's about survival. While a matchup with Jermall Charlo at 154 seems more manageable, stepping into the ring with Canelo at super middleweight is an entirely different challenge. Rivas believes Crawford should carefully weigh the risks before chasing a payday that could come at a heavy cost. The physical gap, power difference, and Canelo's experience at higher weights make this a dangerous fight. Chiron Davis, who has trained alongside both Canelo and Crawford, offers a unique perspective. Having first-hand experience with Canelo's power and size, he understands the difficulty of facing such an opponent. While Crawford is undoubtedly skilled, Davis doesn't see this as an easy fight for him. The size disadvantage and Canelo's relentless pressure could put Crawford in one of the toughest battles of his career.
Canelo's just too big. He's just a different animal. You know, leave the Canelos for the big boys like the David Benavidez, the Morel, you know, all the others. You know, coming in that weight class. People and Crawford smart enough to understand, you know, even though it's a payday, just leave that alone. I mean, unless they talk about that, they guarantee him $15 million, well, you know, and then you know, it's a business aspect as well. But other than that, I think he shouldn't. I prefer to see him fight Charlo at 54 instead of Canelo.
Chiron Davis acknowledges Terence Crawford's exceptional talent, but his main concern is Canelo Alvarez's size and power advantage at 168. While Crawford's skill could keep him competitive, the combination of Canelo's strength and experience at this weight class might be too much to overcome. In Davis's view, the fight will come down to physical dominance, and he believes Canelo is the one who can impose his will in the ring. Robert Garcia, a highly respected trainer with years of experience, doesn't make bold predictions without solid reasoning. When analyzing Canelo versus Crawford, Garcia's assessment goes beyond raw talent. He focuses on the strategic elements that could determine the outcome. Garcia believes that Canelo's ability to control the pace, cut off the ring, and capitalize on his opponent's mistakes gives him the edge. While Crawford's technical skills are elite, overcoming the size and power of a seasoned champion like Canelo is a monumental challenge.
You know, everybody knows that Crawford got the skills. I do think that Canelo's a little big for Crawford. It'll be a tall task for him. It'll be a lot. It'll be a lot to get that victory based on, you know, size alone. Not that size in the fight, but you got a guy that got size and skill. And it'll be hard. I mean, nothing's impossible. But if I had my money on somebody winning the fight, it'll be Canelo Alvarez. You know, Terence Crawford is a great fighter.
Robert Garcia's analysis highlights a crucial reality. Canelo Alvarez's size and strength could wear down Terence Crawford over 12 rounds. While Crawford is an elite boxer, Canelo's relentless pressure and ability to adapt make him the more likely fighter to control the fight from start to finish. Garcia predicts a decision win for Canelo, not because Crawford lacks skill, but because Canelo's all-around ability allows him to impose his will without necessarily needing a knockout. Stephen A. Smith, known for his strong and often blunt takes on sports, offers his own perspective on this potential matchup. His focus is clear. While Crawford is incredibly skilled, Canelo's sheer power could be the deciding factor. Smith believes that even if Crawford finds moments of success, Canelo's ability to absorb shots and keep moving forward will make it difficult for Crawford to maintain control. The combination of power, experience, and pressure could create an uphill battle for Crawford, making a victory against Canelo a nearly impossible task. While Crawford's skill set is undeniable, overcoming the physical challenges of a fighter like Canelo is a different story. Smith sees this as a fight where size and power may ultimately overshadow technique and finesse.
What's the smart bet on Crawford-Canelo? Canelo by knockout or Canelo by decision?
Crawford by decision. You have to bet?
Yes.
I say Canelo by decision. I've always been saying, I think Canelo at the end, obviously his strength, his weight,
experience.
Stephen A. Smith raises a crucial point. Without the power to hurt Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford's superior boxing skills may not be enough to keep the Mexican powerhouse at bay. Canelo's relentless pressure, especially once he senses weakness, could quickly become overwhelming. While Smith acknowledges Crawford's potential to outbox Canelo, he ultimately believes that Canelo's power and aggressive pursuit could be Crawford's downfall. If Crawford can't keep Canelo off him, it's only a matter of time before the Mexican superstar lands a fight-ending shot. Ryan Garcia, a rising star familiar with high-stakes matchups, offers his own take on this potential showdown. He understands the challenges of facing a fighter like Canelo and recognizes the nuances of such a fight. While Garcia respects both men's skills, he sees an undeniable advantage for Canelo in terms of size and strength. Against a naturally bigger and more powerful opponent, Crawford would be facing an uphill battle.
My concern is that he won't hurt Canelo. And if he doesn't hurt Canelo and can't hurt Canelo, then Canelo keeps coming. Similar to how he stalked Charlo, how he stalked, once he had Plant hurt, he chased after him. Canelo is a very powerful individual who can get exposed by a boxer because every shot he throws, he's trying to make it a power shot. But to me, can Crawford hurt him? I would pick Crawford to win if he can box and stay away. I don't believe he can hurt Canelo. And if Canelo catches him, it could be trouble.
Ryan Garcia's assessment boils down to one key factor: size and strength. While Crawford's skill is undeniable, Garcia believes Canelo's sheer physicality would be too much for him to handle. In Garcia's view, this fight isn't just about tactics or technique, it's about the brute force and power Canelo brings, which could make it extremely difficult for Crawford to keep up. Despite the excitement surrounding the potential matchup, Garcia sees Canelo as the clear favorite due to these physical advantages. Adonis Wilkins provides a sharp analysis of the fight, highlighting a key issue that many believe could be Crawford's downfall: the weight disparity. While Crawford has shown he can compete at 154 pounds, Jumping up to 168 against a fighter like Canelo is a completely different challenge. Wilkins doesn't sugarcoat it. He lays out the harsh reality: Crawford's skill might not be enough to overcome Canelo's strength, making it an uphill battle from the opening bell.
What about Canelo and Crawford? What do you think?
That's going to be a great fight too. I can't believe they made that happen. Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo is so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
Adonis Wilkins highlights the uphill battle Crawford would face at 168 pounds. While Crawford is an exceptionally skilled boxer, Wilkins believes his power and speed would be compromised against an opponent of Canelo's caliber. Even with Crawford's technical abilities, Canelo's raw power and relentless aggression could make it nearly impossible for him to keep up. Canelo's ability to exploit weaknesses, combined with his size and strength, makes Wilkins confident in predicting a Canelo victory. Moving down from 175, Canelo would still hold a massive physical advantage, making it a tough fight for Crawford. Dennis Thompson Jr. adds his perspective, drawing from Canelo's experience moving up in weight. He believes Canelo's physicality and adaptability at higher weight classes will give him a clear edge over Crawford. Thompson points out that Canelo's stamina and power, honed through years of fighting bigger opponents, could overwhelm Crawford and dictate the pace of the fight.
Man, if the paperwork gets signed up, finished, if Crawford can get him to come down some weight,
Y'all's gonna be at 68?
that's a bad look for Crawford. I love Crawford, dog. I think he's real talented, but you see him at 154 going up in weight class. He kind of struggled. He didn't struggle, but that weight was definitely a difference. They go up another 2 weight classes after that, we're gonna see a lot slower Terence Crawford. Yeah, his boxing ability is there, but Crawford don't hit like Canelo. Canelo's coming down for that fight. It's gonna be
Dennis Thompson Jr. highlights Canelo Alvarez's impressive ability to transition to higher weight classes, showcasing his dominance at 168 pounds and beyond. Canelo has successfully imposed his physicality on bigger opponents, using his power and relentless pressure to break them down over time. Thompson believes this gives Canelo a clear advantage against Terence Crawford, who would be stepping up in weight for the first time. Crawford's skill is undeniable, but Thompson suggests that sustaining his speed and technique against Canelo's constant pressure will be a major challenge. Over 12 rounds, Canelo's history of wearing down opponents could make it difficult for Crawford to keep up, potentially leading to a tough night for the challenger. Showbiz the adult, known for his bold takes on boxing, doesn't shy away from addressing the key issue, Canelo's size advantage. He emphasizes that beyond skill, the sheer weight difference could be the deciding factor in this highly debated matchup.
So I think coming up September, we got Canelo Alvarez, we got Terence Crawford. What's your thoughts?
I think I take Canelo. I feel like I ain't really like Bud performance when he moved up the first time. And I feel like Canelo might end up breaking him down. The difference is, well, we fighting bigger guys, they be much stronger and too, they're coming down from a higher weight originally. So it'd be that. Their punches be a little stronger, and you moving up, you might feel a little sluggish. You might not be at your same speed and stuff like that. You might be a little off.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more exciting videos, make sure to hit the bell icon and stay updated. Subscribe to Boxing Hub now for all the latest in boxing.